Welcome back to another episode of Two Wheel Trends, where we bring you the raw, real, and ride-worthy reviews of the most talked about motorcycles in the world. Today, we're diving into a bike that's not just a machine, but a legend in its own right. It's one that has been built for the adventurer in you, rugged, reliable, and ready for anything. This is the all-new 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700. Yamaha has been a consistent player in the adventure segment, and the Tenere 700 has long been a darling for those who want a middleweight dual-sport bike that actually knows how to perform off the beaten path. But in 2025, Yamaha has fine-tuned it even more, giving it upgrades that may seem subtle on paper, but out in the wild, they make a world of difference. As soon as you look at the front profile of the 2025 Tenere 700, you know this motorcycle means business. It's aggressive without being flashy, functional without being bulky. The rally-style nose is sharp and aerodynamic, but it's not just for looks. Those signature quad-LED projector headlights still sit in a vertical stack, giving it that unmistakable rally bike look, and they've been retuned for better nighttime visibility. Whether you're winding through dark trails or navigating early morning fog, these lights cut through the darkness with precision. The tall windscreen remains, now slightly tweaked for reduced buffeting. It's not overly large, but it's perfect for keeping the wind off your chest during long stints on the highway. Right below, the beak-like front fender sits high, leaving plenty of room for muddy tires to breathe. It's a subtle nod to the Dakar DNA baked into this bike's lineage. And speaking of mud, Yamaha's gone with wider fork guards this year, offering better protection when you're deep into the grit. The front 21-inch spoked wheel still dominates the stance, and with its off-road focus tube tire, it's clear this machine is meant to leave the tarmac behind. Shift your eyes to the side of the Tenere 700 and what you see is pure adventure functionality wrapped in an athletic package. The fuel tank design has remained more or less the same, still carrying 16 liters of fuel, but the 2025 model introduces new tank shrouds with better aerodynamic flow and increased impact resistance. This is not just cosmetic. When you're tipping the bike through rocky trails or slipping through dense forest paths, you want as much bodywork protection as you can get. The frame is that same high-strength tubular steel structure, light yet durable, and it's one of the key reasons this bike handles rough terrain so well. The engine is perfectly tucked in, protected with a beefier aluminum backplate that now comes standard. Yamaha seems to have listened to riders who demanded more durability from factory setups. The midsection is slim, making it easy to grip the tank with your knees while standing on the pegs. And yes, those pegs are wide, serrated, and now come with removable rubber inserts, making the transition from road to dirt even smoother. The rider's triangle is comfortable and neutral, with high handlebars that are perfectly placed whether you're seated or standing during off-road rides. The 2025 update also includes revised side panels with more intuitive attachment points for panniers and soft luggage. It's the small tweaks that make a big difference on long-haul expeditions. The suspension setup remains adjustable and fully capable, but we'll get into that in a moment when we talk performance. Move toward the back and the Tenere continues to impress with a clean and rugged finish. The tail is slim, raised, and designed for functionality. You'll find a new rear luggage rack integrated more seamlessly into the subframe, built tough to carry extra gear, whether that's a top box or a duffel strapped on for a multi-day ride. The LED taillight is compact but bright, perfectly in tune with the minimalist aesthetic. Turn indicators are also LED now, offering greater durability and better visibility. The rear 18-inch spoked wheel is paired with a chunky tire that complements the front perfectly for a balanced off-road performance. The rear brake has a new guard as standard equipment for added protection during trail riding. A practical addition Yamaha made this year is relocating the license plate holder slightly higher and giving it a more rugged bracket designed to reduce the chances of it being torn off during an aggressive ride off-road. Underneath, the exhaust system remains high-mounted and compact, keeping clearance optimal and water crossings worry-free. The seat is a two-piece setup, with a narrow front for better reach to the ground and a flat rear section for pillion comfort or strapping gear. It's an ergonomic masterpiece, built for both endurance and control. The heart of the 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700 is the same 689cc liquid-cooled parallel twin CP2 engine that's become a legend in its own right. But Yamaha has made subtle refinements this year, tweaking fuel maps and EQ settings to improve throttle response and mid-range torque delivery. This engine delivers around 72 horsepower and 68 Nm of torque, figures that may not scream for attention on paper, but in real-world use, they provide the perfect balance between control and grunt. This is one of those motors that just keeps on giving, whether you're crawling up a loose rocky hill or hammering down a straight stretch of dirt road. The power delivery is linear, predictable, and, most importantly, confidence-inspiring. One of the most exciting additions for 2025 is the optional quickshifter, now available from the factory. It works for upshifts only, but it's a real bonus when you're trying to maintain momentum off-road or just enjoying a smooth cruise on the highway. The 6-speed transmission is slick, and the clutch action is light, thanks to Yamaha's assist and slipper clutch. It reduces fatigue on long rides and helps control rear-wheel chatter during hard downshifting. Performance-wise, the Tenere 700 continues to strike that sweet spot that few adventure bikes can match. The long-travel suspension system is built around 43mm upside-down forks at the front and a link-type rear monoshock, both fully adjustable for preload, compression, and rebound. Yamaha has slightly revised the damping characteristics for 2025 to offer better off-road compliance and less bottoming out on hard landings. The result is a bike that soaks up bumps like a champ and still remains planted when you're pushing it through faster sections. The front and rear suspensions give you around 210mm and 200mm of travel respectively, which is plenty for spirited trail riding. Ground clearance is generous at over 240mm, so obstacles like rocks and logs aren't much of a concern. When it comes to braking, you've got dual 282mm discs up front and a 245mm disc at the rear, with ABS that's switchable for off-road use. Yamaha has refined the ABS intervention levels slightly, offering better modulation and more control, especially on loose surfaces. On the highway, the Tenere 700 is composed and comfortable, and thanks to its upright seating position, long-distance riding doesn't become a chore. The windscreen does a good job deflecting air at cruising speeds, and the updated seat foam makes multi-hour saddle time more bearable. Despite its off-road DNA, it doesn't feel out of place on tarmac, even at speeds north of 120 km/h. Another highlight in the 2025 Tenere 700 is the revised TFT display. The new 5-inch color screen is more intuitive and customizable. You get multiple display modes: A rally, touring, and minimalist A depending on your mood or riding conditions. There's now Bluetooth connectivity built in, allowing pairing with Yamaha's mobile app for ride data logging, navigation prompts, and software updates. Yamaha hasn't gone overboard with tech here, which is a good thing. There are no riding modes, no traction control, and that's intentional. The philosophy behind the Tenere 700 is about pure, undiluted riding experience. You, the bike, and the trail. That's it. As for pricing, Yamaha has kept it competitive. The base 2025 Tenere 700 starts at around $10,799 in the US, and roughly a superscript 111.80 Luggage showroom in India, depending on local taxes and duties. For that price, you're getting a bike that's built to last, built to explore, and built to handle whatever you throw at it. The optional quickshifter, center stand, and rally seat can push the price a bit higher, but even fully spec'd, the Tenere 700 stays well within the reach of most serious adventure riders. It's not just about affordability though, it's about value. And the Tenere 700 offers bucket loads of it. Compared to rivals like the KTM 890 Adventure or the Aprilia 2 Airreg 660, the Tenere may seem more basic, but in the real world, especially off-road, it holds its own with confidence and durability that few can match. Yamaha has also expanded its accessories catalog for the 2025 model, offering crash bars, panniers, tank bags, rally foot pegs, taller windscreens, and even a GPS mount that integrates directly with the dashboard. You can take this bike out of the showroom and build it into a world-crossing explorer without needing aftermarket parts from third parties. That's the level of support Yamaha is offering with the new Tenere 700, and that's exactly what makes it so appealing for both beginner adventure riders and seasoned globetrotters. So, to wrap it up, what you get with the 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700 is a no-nonsense, tough as nails, go-anywhere machine that balances off-road ability with road-going comfort better than most bikes in its category. It doesn't overwhelm you with electronics or intimidate with weight. It simply works. Whether you're carving up mountain passes, crossing deserts, or just commuting to work with some detours through the woods, this is a motorcycle that encourages you to explore. It brings back the joy of motorcycling in its purest form. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Two Wheel Trends. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense reviews, and drop a comment below letting us know where you'd take this adventure machine first. Until next time, ride safe, ride hard, and never stop exploring.